Okay,
Yes.
so we got
Oh,
a
I
few
can
people.
speak. Yes.
We got a few people. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is basically aimed for y'all. I mean, not to say that veterans of these global hackathons can't join, but certainly, geared more towards y'all. Feel free to, ask any questions, interrupt me. Kind of want to be as interactive as possible. And yeah, this will be on YouTube later as well. So if maybe you have folks that weren't able to make it, feel free to share this with them as well. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. So thank you all for joining. Name is Rory Arredondo. I am the Hacker Success Manager at ETHGlobal. So I've been in this role for just about 4 months now. And one of my main tasks is kind of reviewing feedback from our post-event surveys, and also just getting feedback from hackers in general, to just figure out how we can improve upon our events. And so one of the things is, we got requests for having kind of a bit more workshops beforehand for beginners who are completely new to our hackathons, just so they know exactly where to, how to figure out where things are, show and let them find things, that maybe they weren't aware of before. And really just kind of set you all up for success for the event before actually getting to the event. That way you're ready to go, hit the ground running. So yeah, that's basically a little bit about me. We do have a member from Cartesia, Zach, if you want to quickly kind of give your spiel, and then we can go ahead and get started.
Sure. Howdy, guys. Cartesi's been at almost every ETHGlobal hackathon since ETHGlobal San Francisco. We're going to be at almost all the ones in the future, and we'd really love to meet with y'all. So what Cartesia is we are a layer 2 and a layer 3, and we allow anyone to use any Linux compatible programming language to build any decentralized application that they want and deploy on any EVM compatible chain without being restricted to just Solidity. So yeah, see us at our booth.
Nice, cool. Cheers, thanks, Zach. All right, so what we've got here, what I've got on the screen is, just our main homepage. If you haven't, become too familiar with this yet, so I just kind of want to walk through like kind of the schedule, like from Thursday until Sunday of the chain of events. That way, people are completely aware of what's going on, from beginning to end, pretty much. Some of you may have seen that we have an event called Pragma Paris. This is completely different than the Global Hackathon. So this is a ticketed event that you have to purchase tickets, and as hackers you get discounted prices for it, but this is more like a conference. So some people get confused that if I apply for the hackathon I can go to Pragma, or if I apply for Pragma I can go to the hackathon. That's not the case. So I just wanted to clarify this with anybody thinking that if they submitted a ticket for this, that they would also get to go to the hackathon. But it's, if you haven't seen the site, or if you're interested, like, definitely check it out. We have a lot of a great lineup of speakers for this event. And it'll be at really another neat place as well. The where's it at? The Pavilion Vendôme. So it's got, I think it's nicknamed the Vault, but it's a really, really cool spot as well. And yeah, so we've had past, this will be our Tokyo fourth Pragma event. So we started in Tokyo earlier this year, and it's just, again, more conversations, more panel discussions, and opportunities to network with other attendees. And we're aiming to have around 250 attendees for this event too. So yeah, that's just one thing to keep in mind. This is on Thursday. And the other event going on Thursday is a Cafe Paris. And so this is also geared really towards folks who are looking for team formation. Basically, we've kind of iterated on this event a couple of times. Again, this is our fourth time doing this cafe. And this will be the first time where it's meant to just be team formation the entire day. What we've noticed for the previous cafes is that hackers will come and just kind of start chatting with each other, meeting each other, and just naturally form teams, throw out project ideas. So we thought, why not just make this a whole all-day team formation session? So if you're chatting with somebody on the Discord, or maybe you're meeting with people beforehand and you want a place where you all can get together, this would be the perfect spot for you all to do that. And again, it opens, pretty early and stays open pretty late. So another reason why we had this is, if people wanted to arrive to Paris early, but they didn't have time to check into their hotels, this gives, people another place to kind of just chill and hang out beforehand as well. There'll be food there, drinks. Only confirmed hackers will be able to participate in this. And then we'll also have some mentors there on hand as well. But if you haven't seen this, please go ahead and, go here and apply to attend. We'll do registration for the cafe, but of course, as with any venue, we have the limited capacity. So we'll definitely keep an eye on the registration numbers and monitor attendance as the day goes on. Excuse me. But yeah, this is again a great opportunity if you're meeting with folks beforehand or haven't met them prior to coming to Paris, and a great spot and opportunity to do so. And if you have questions, like I can't really keep up with the chat, so feel free to kind of just interject, and that way I'll answer your questions live. But I do plan to cover a lot of stuff, so if you want to wait till the end, then that's totally fine as well. And so yeah, so then obviously the main event is the ETHGlobal Paris. So let me just go here. So yeah, unfortunately, I mean, applications have closed. ETHGlobal Paris has become a very popular event. So if you have had members that maybe you wanted to join your team that didn't stake in time, or that just completely forgot to submit an application, then unfortunately, we're not opening the UI for applications anymore. We're at venue capacity. We have close to 1,000 hackers that will be participating. So it's not as big as our Tokyo event, but it has been bigger than Lisbon and Waterloo. Those events were. So that's just something to keep in mind. Unfortunately, we're limited again by venue capacity, so we can't accept everybody that we'd like to accept. Yeah, so one thing, I guess, if you're not familiar with this dashboard, to go a little bit back to the team formation aspect. On your dashboard here, you can see that if you're a little bit of team information. So create a team or join a team. If you click this, I agree to my Discord username being shared with other hackers to contact me for team formation, you'll be able to see other folks that have signed up that have also opted in for this. So if I click this find team members, and it'll basically have my information, my details, and then I can filter for other hackers who have opted in, who are attending the event, have opted in for this, their information. So, who they are, what skills they have, and their Discord IDs as well. So hackers that want to join a team, teams that are looking for more members. So I would highly suggest that you click this Discord button. That way you can also see who else is, looking for other folks to join their team, or for them that want to join a team. It's kind of a bit hidden. So, I mean, in the future, we do plan to have this profile a bit more public and open within each of your profiles, just to make the team formation aspect a lot easier. And again, if you had somebody that was joining, but planning to join, but didn't stake in time, then this would be a great way to find, find somebody else to join your team, pretty much. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of talent out there. So don't feel bad if maybe somebody that you really want to work with isn't able to come. There's definitely a lot of folks that are here looking to join teams. So, and just to go back, that was on the dashboard and under your team section. And yeah, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and connect your Discord to your hacker dashboard as well. If there are any issues with that, feel free to just send me an email, or I can type this. It's hello@ethglobal.com. You can, if you have any issues with that, or any other sort of issues in general, just feel free to send me an email at hello@ethglobal.com. Okay. So yeah, so the other thing is, let me go back over here, is the schedule. So a lot of people will ask questions about, what's the schedule, the chain of events and times and everything. Anything and everything you can find will be on the schedule here. So we're currently, July 14th, this is going on. The time zone will be based on whatever you want to set it to. I mean, so it's just keep that in mind. Whenever you're in Paris, it probably will automatically go to Paris anyways. But yeah, so just keep that in mind when it comes to like judging project submissions. So yeah, for Thursday, we have the other different events going on with Pragma and Cafe. And then, as I said, lunch, breakfast, some small breakfast items will be provided at Pragma, and then lunch is provided as well. And then Cafe, there's food provided throughout the day, basically. Friday, we have registration opens at 1 p.m. So the venue, you won't be able to check into the venue until 1 p.m. Usually a queue starts forming, outside a little bit beforehand. But that you won't be allowed to come to the venue before if you do so. And once that does open, the venue's open 24/7. So from 1 p.m. Sunday or Friday until like 6 or 7 p.m. on Sunday evening. So there will be a chill space that we set up Friday evening. It's a few mattresses and pillows and stuff, but it's certainly not 5-star accommodations, and there aren't any showers in the facility. So if you're planning to come and maybe you just want to stay the entire weekend at the venue, that's totally acceptable. But that your sleeping situation may not be the best and most comfortable. So definitely highly suggest to team up with folks, other hackers, to share Airbnbs or do whatever. But we definitely do have people that do stay at the venue 24/7. Our workshops start at 2 p.m. So these are partner-led workshops. And we have these, basically all of them that occur right before hacking begins around 6 p.m. So again, definitely keep an eye on the schedule and figure out, what speakers you want to go to and what workshops you want to go to, because this is a great way for you to also get project ideas if you're still kind of stuck on what to work on. This is a perfect opportunity to listen to folks from the different partners and just kind of get those ideas. And I'll show you another link that we have as well for getting ideas. Dinner will be the first meal that's provided. So this is from Friday's dinner until Sunday's lunch. All the meals are provided. There's tons of snacks and waters and drinks and coffees as well. So don't you have to worry about what you'll have to do for food. Not sure what the menus exactly look like, but yeah. And so there is also late night snacks as well, like midnight snacks that we have, and if you're still at the venue. Registration on Friday closes at 10 p.m. as well. So, as we get closer to the evening, a lot of the ETHGlobal staff, we go back to the rooms and kind of rest and recuperate for the next day. And yeah, so I mean, if you aren't able to register on Friday, then it will be open on Saturday. So, and then on Saturday it closes at noon. So we do this just because we want to make sure that everybody gets checked in beforehand and takes advantage of the workshops that are going on and everything. Yeah, if you're having issues, or if maybe your colleagues or teammates are having issues trying to check in, definitely send us an email, let us know what's going on. And I mean, we can certainly make some exceptions, but ideally everybody checks in before Saturday at noon. And then 3 p.m. we do have a project feedback session with the mentors. And then there was also Friday evening, there was also a team formation and idea brainstorming session with myself and Austin Griffith. So he's actually, this will be the first time that I've worked with Austin doing this. So definitely, if you haven't found a team member team yet, come to this session. It'll be in one of the workshop rooms. We only have 4 rooms, so it'll be in one of those rooms. But if you don't know who Austin Griffith is, I mean, he does a lot within the Ethereum space. He's from the EF, and just really good at kind of facilitating ideas and helping people get unblocked when it comes to that. And there'll be a few mentors on hand as well. And then this project feedback session, again, this is an opportunity for you to check in with the mentors and kind of get any feedback maybe on the current status and progress you made with your project. It's not mandatory, but it's there, in case you need some help. And one thing about this is that the mentors, we have There will be if you go here to the mentors tab, we'll have a list of currently confirmed mentors so far for the event. So who they are, what their skills are, their Discord and Twitter. Feel free to reach out to these people, and ask for their advice or help on anything you need. They will be wearing like these bright yellow vests, construction looking type vests. So they'll be walking around. There's a mentor station, but they'll also be walking around to the different around just the venue. That way they're more noticeable, and that you're not having to come to them, they're coming to you basically. But they're here for to offer support and guidance and answer any technical questions you may have. Each partner will have their own sort of mentor, technical mentor specific to their protocol and framework, but these are kind of just general mentors here who aren't necessarily tied to a particular protocol. These are past hackers, they're past past ETHGlobal finalists, past folks in the industry who just want to give back pretty much. So we're definitely grateful for their time on this. If I go back to the schedule, and so one of the main things is after Saturday, we have dinner, and then the last main thing basically is the project submissions. So the project submissions are due at 9 a.m. on Sunday. And we strongly encourage you all to submit your projects, a couple hours beforehand, just because within like that last hour, everybody's trying to submit stuff, and it can clog down the system a bit. It might slow down. You might get really nervous, and your video is not maybe uploading properly, or something goes wrong. So just for your own sanity check, just make sure that you have everything filled out within your project submission form and the video and everything just kind of done. The video is not necessary, it's optional, but we on our showcase page, we do add you have the option to add your video to the showcase. Can it be? Yes, it can be edited after submission. So you can edit up till submission, and then after that, once judging is done, then you can do whatever you want with it. So some people, they'll add a video, and then I want to upload a video. So they'll make tweaks and changes to it. But as long as your projects are submitted by 9 a.m., then you'll be good to go. And then judging starts at 9:30. So this will be live judging in front of. We're going to have about 16 different rooms for you all to present to judges. Each room will have 2 different judges, and so a lot of those folks you can find here. It's kind of a mixed match, because some people are speakers and they're also judges. So if you're curious about who any of these folks are, you definitely just go in through here. But you'll have let me go back. For judging, you'll have 7 minutes basically to present your project to the judges. You'll have 4 minutes to do your live demo, and then 3 minutes for a question and answer. So it goes by very quickly, and it's after that, you're done. You're basically good to go. You can, if you want to apply for partner prizes, you'll be able to do partner prizes asynchronously after you've done your live judging with the judges. And so there's 2 different tracks. There's like the top 10 finalist track, and then partner prizes. So you don't have to do both. You don't have to do both of them. If you want to just do partner prizes, you're certainly more than welcome to just do those as well. And so kind of to go into that. So on the partners tab, this is all of our partners that will be helping out for our event. And then go into the prizes. Again, if you're still stuck on, project ideas for what to build on or what to do, definitely check out the prizes section, as a lot of the partners, they go into specifics on what exactly it is, they're looking for in terms of the bounties, what prizes they're offering. And some of them have, just different links to different documents for ideas as well. So if you haven't seen this, definitely take the time to do this before you get to the venue. That way you sort of have an idea of maybe what partner you want to work with, what stack you want to build on top of. And then the FAQs, like if for any sort of like admin questions like this, the FAQs covers a lot of different areas, especially like when it comes like when you get your stake back. So we generally, after the event's done, you successfully submit a project, you get your stake back 2 to 3 weeks after the event finishes. It'll be in the internal transactions tab of EtherScan. So it's sometimes we get a few questions, people saying I can't find my my stake, and where is it? I don't see it in my wallet. So that's just something that we do get a lot of questions on. So the other thing I want to kind of go over is the Discord. So hopefully everybody on here is already connected to their Discord, they're signed up, but definitely if you're still looking for a team, people have been obviously posting on this on the channel. Definitely take advantage of this. It's another way for you all to find teammates. And then the mentorship help channel, this hasn't been opened yet, so the partners channel hasn't been opened yet, but this is where you can again message the mentors as well. They'll all be in here. And then the partners, all the different partners each have their own partner channel. So again, this will be a place where you can, if you have specific questions that maybe the partner isn't at their booth at the venue, you can't get a hold of somebody, then ask online, and then they'll be able to assist you here as well. Yeah, sorry, the pitch is 7 minutes, so you have 4 minutes to do your demo, and then 3 minutes the Q&A from the judges. So and you don't have to have a video. It's just if you want to post it on the showcase. So like after once you're done, everybody submits a project, they'll be added to the showcase page. So some folks, they do have videos assigned, linked to their projects. So I don't know if this one. So yeah, this person or this group, they have the few of their screenshots and everything, but then they also have a demo video that they created. So the video isn't required for submission. It's nice to have if you want it, for having it for so you can post it on the showcase page. And this is basically, some people, they use this as for their CV or job interviews. This is like, hey, I participated in ETHGlobal Waterloo, and we won these prizes, and this is a demo, this is what I've done, sort of thing. But if you're selected for like top 10 finalists, then that's going to be a live demo. So you're not playing a video, you're just going to be doing it live on stage during the closing ceremony. Yeah, for specific timing around judging, it's kind of like first come first serve. So your hacker dashboard will be updated with sort of like a time, from here to here, but there isn't like you're not assigned like a specific time. You're not assigned a specific judge. You basically will queue up in the green room for the green room, and this is basically making sure that all your team members are there, that you've submitted your project, that you've done everything you needed to do before you actually go and submit or demo your project for the judges. So it's it takes a little time kind of sifting through that, just to make sure that everybody that is checking in, that everything is good to go. But we try to make it as smooth and quickly as possible. So it does, once it gets started, the flow does go through. It just depends on if people and their teams are currently present or not. And sometimes people, you've been hacking for 36 hours, you might get tired, you might go back home or go sleep and not wake up in time, so you have to come back and rush. So it just eventually it gets done, though. Judging starts at 9:30 and goes until basically noon. So there's a couple of hours opportunity for you to present to the judges. And one other thing I forgot to mention is, some of you may have seen this. Let me get this out of the way. Is the team formation slides. So this is another way, in case we're trying to find different ways for folks to participate in find teams, making sure that everybody has a team that they found. So you're basically just filling out, following the instructions here and filling out a slide. So people just kind of add their own little quirks and tweaks to it, but project ideas, skills, about me if you're looking to join teams, etc. I will send this in the chat as well, in case you haven't seen this. set. Okay. Let me see. Oh, and the other thing is, we do have a city guide. Oh, why won't you let me do it? Ah, there we go. I will send this in the chat too. So this city guide is something that we put together for folks, maybe the closest airport, is the water safe to drink, temperatures and stuff, and just a few suggested like how to get to the venue from the airport. And then just some like fun places, fun ways to explore the city, you know, outdoor activities, cultural visits, accommodation, and then the side list event. So this is starting to populate as well. So if you're looking for other things to do outside of ETHGlobal Paris or Pragma Paris or Cafe Paris, then definitely, you know, check these out as well. These are events that were submitted and vetted by the ETHGlobal staff. So yeah, a lot of these are free too. So maybe if you have somebody that didn't sign up to hack or forgot to stake or something, then, you know, feel free to you know, invite them to these events as well, because a lot of them are free. And yeah, and then one of the main things I wanted to mention too is at registration, you'll be given, you know, your swag item, a lanyard that has your name on it, and then a t-shirt, and then also a wristband. So the wristband will be placed on your wrists, and this will basically be the only wristband that you get. So do not lose it. Do not take it off. We know some people don't like, you know, showering with it or getting it wet. And it's like, I understand that. I guess you think about if you go to a music festival, and, you know, if you're going to Austin City Limits or I don't know, Tomorrowland or something, you know, you lose your wristband, you're not getting back in. So that's kind of the idea here. Don't take it off. Don't lose it. If you do, if on some unfortunate reason, if you do lose your wristband, we will slash your stake and give you another one. I'll give you another wristband, of course, but we will slash the 0.05 ETH that you used to stake with. So, you know, bottom line, just don't lose your wristband whatsoever. Keep it on at all times. If you lose your lanyard, that's not too bad, but the wristband, you have to keep that. Yeah, for video. Yeah. So yeah, this will be on YouTube. Yeah, I couldn't. Tomorrowland. I was trying to think of Coachella, and now just Tomorrowland came to mind. So, but yeah, it can be like a point of contention. You know, some people don't really like showering with their wristbands. I think the reason behind it is just a lot of hackers maybe don't attend music festivals where you have to, you know, have the wristband on at all times. So it's just kind of getting that mindset that, hey, you know, just don't take it off, just keep it on. Because we don't want to, you know, it's the venue's open 24/7. So we want to make sure that we're just allowing people who have registered for our events to walk in and attend. So yeah. Please clarify boilerplate rules. Boilerplate rules. Are you talking about, oh wait, let's see. I think I know what you're talking about, but I think you're good. The boilerplate rules, I think you're talking about for the maybe like the rules to project submission and judging. So if you go to the info center, again, actually real quick, the info center has like this tools and resources section. So a lot of different links to different sites within the Ethereum ecosystem. Again, if you're stuck on you know, ideas or anything, like definitely check out this list of links that we have. It's pretty massive and extensive. So I, you know, definitely peruse at your own you know, the leisure, but a definitely good area to also kind of review and research. And then yeah, so like for the boilerplate, so every like once hacking starts at 6 p.m., you know, everything that's associated with your project, that's when it counts. So like anything else done beforehand would not, in terms of code. Like obviously you can brainstorm ideas, you can, you know, write down stuff on paper, or, you know, do whatever, get some stuff going brainstorm wise, get your ideas down. But then as far as like building, you know, writing the code and everything shouldn't start until after 6 p.m. On Friday. And so yeah, boilerplate rules. If you have like like here's the to answer Radium's question. So it's if you're unsure of something when it comes to like a boilerplate or a starter kit, just send us an email, and we can clarify it. It's, I think a lot of times it's okay. Some people have some really very unique specific situations and cases, but if you're unsure of something, just send an email to hello@ethglobal.com, and I can send that over to the project reviewers just to clarify and make sure that you're good to go. The wristband is not made of paper. It's sort of like a for Pragma, it's a paper wristband, but for the hackathon, it's sort of I don't know, like a fabric. So it's kind of the one, it has a little wooden piece, and you just kind of pull it, and that's how it tightens whenever you pull it. So we tell the volunteers not to put it on too tight, because if it does get too tight, you can always bring it back to the venue, like, hey, it's too tight, I need to cut it off. It's cutting off circulation to my hand. And we can totally do that. That's acceptable. That's fine. It's okay to create diagrams beforehand. Diagrams, diagrams. Well, I mean, depends. I guess depends on how detailed they are. I would say it's probably okay. But yeah, I mean, if it's just like for, if you're brainstorming, like just write it out, like, I don't know, from point A to point B or something. Yeah, I would say that's fine. It's a requirement to be in a group. Yeah, so good question. Is it a requirement to be in a group in order to work on a project? If yes, how many people must have to within a team or group? So you're limited to 5 team members, no more. So, and you can hack solo if you want. You don't necessarily have to, be on a team. It's up to you preference wise, but no more than five team members. And yeah, I mean, if you want to work on a team, then definitely just take advantage of the, just the different Discord channels, find a team channel, or from your hacker dashboard. So yeah, so if some of you folks are just joining, I'll just quickly go back over here to the dashboard. And if you agree to your Discord name being used, you can go find team members and just search through all the different team members. Yeah, how much prepared work can we bring besides just the idea? I mean, like, it's, as far as no code's being built, that's fine. If you have like ideas for like starter kits or boilerplates that you want to use, that's fine. You can kind of like get your thoughts around stuff together, and then, but it's really, the main thing is that you don't code before 6 p.m. on next Friday. We can demo in the 20th. Question was, can we demo in the afternoon of the 23rd? So let me check. The 23rd, is that Sunday? I think so, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, well, the judging will wrap up. We try to wrap up judging before lunch at 12:30. So it would be, anytime between 9:30 and 12:30. We'll, if it goes over, like, it depends on how many teams submit projects. For Waterloo, I think we had close to 130 projects submitted. So for Paris, because we have a lot more hackers, there's probably going to maybe be closer to 200 projects. Not really sure, but this is why we also have a lot more judging rooms as well. So yeah, I would say, it's not going to go all afternoon, the sooner, because we have a schedule that we want to start, the finale, closing finale at 3 p.m. and then finalists will be notified at 2:30. So ideally we finish before lunch, but if we go a little, after lunch, then that's fine, but it won't go all afternoon. What about forking an open source that has no previous Web3 features and adding them would be the hackathon project? That's a good question. I would say just send an email to hello@ETHGlobal and kind of let us know what exactly maybe you're looking to do. Because I guess I'm not a project reviewer, so I can't necessarily say what would and wouldn't count. But yeah, Clement, I would send over, like, if the question, what about forking an open source that has no previous Web3 features and adding them would be the hackathon project. So that was the question. So yeah, anything like that, I would send us an email, hello@ethglobal.com, just to clarify exactly what it is you're thinking of doing, and then I can get clarification from my team members who actually do the reviews and judge what is and isn't what would and wouldn't be a disqualifier. Do most people find a team before meeting in person at the 20th, or usually most on location before the workshop start? Yeah, I mean, it depends. In previous events, we still have a lot of people that show up to the team formation sessions on the Friday evening. Thursday, the whole day team formation session will be unique just because we haven't tried this yet, so we're going to see how it goes. But I think a lot of people do. I think if you want my advice, I would say try to find a team member beforehand. That way, when you do get there in person, that you can just hit the ground running and you don't have to maybe worry about finding a team member. We understand that, sometimes maybe team members might keep their options open, or they're being, recruited from a few other teams. So I would keep that in mind as well. Just because, some people, they hear an idea that they really are interested in as well. But ideally you find somebody beforehand, but it's not the end of the world if you don't find a team member before the hackathon starts as well. There are definitely people that are still looking for team members the Friday evening. Sorry? Oh. So 9:30 to 12:30 would be the best time. Yeah, so judging will be basically between 9:30 and 12:30 on Sunday. Thank you, Clement. What happens after the finalists are notified and during finalists announced? Is it the presentation time for the teams? So the finalists are notified, yeah, around 2:30, and then if you're a finalist, you'll be told to go to a meeting spot, and then we'll do like a green room. We make sure that because if you're a finalist, you'll be doing a live demonstration during the closing ceremony in front of everybody that's attending ETHGlobal Paris. So we get you up on stage, we test out your laptop, make sure that your demo is working, all your tabs, everything is good to go. And then we sort of line you up, where you need to be whenever the closing presentation begins. And then during the 3:00, the ETHGlobal Paris finale, that's when the finalists will do their demo, and Kartik will, announce prizes and all the other stuff, and then the after party. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of, I mean, those are the kind of the main things I really wanted to go over. I don't know if anybody has any questions, like, feel free to take yourself off mute or type in the chat. I'm able to keep up with the chat now. So yeah, this is a open invitation to just ask any questions you may have, or anything, maybe. Yeah, anything. And also one thing, like, so I read, like, if you have any specific feedback on anything up until now, or even, for afterwards, definitely send me an email at hello@ethglobal.com. And because we take everybody's feedback into consideration, and definitely want to continue improving. So if you have ways for making even this session more better, definitely let me know as well, so that way I can go back to the drawing board and figure out how we can make this more useful for future events too. But yeah, so that's kind of like it. I mean, so I mean, if you wanted to join a team, you can, if somebody's invited you to a team, enter their token. If you want to create a team, you can create a team as well. For your project, make sure that you fill out as much of the information you can, because whenever you do, I'll just go and do this. If I click this, create a project, got to do a few things. Test. I'm gonna pick my emoji. What category describes your project? DeFi. Click confirm, create. And then so we recommend starting submissions early. So there you go. You can fill out as much as you can, whenever hacking begins. And that way, so whenever it's time to submit your project, that you're not kind of behind filling out all this other information as well. And this can be edited up until project submission. So you can always go back and change it too. And yeah, Zoe, you have a question?
Yeah, thanks, Rory. This was very helpful. One question for the presentation again.
Mhm.
So in the 7 minutes, because we are there with the team, do you recommend that only one person presents? And then how should this be best done? Is it like with some slides, or we really go into the code, or we copy the code into a slide? Are there any recommendations?
Yeah, that's a really great question, actually. So it depends. Like what I've seen in the past is generally maybe one, if it's like a big team, maybe 5 members, 1 or 2 people will be the ones that sort of maybe talk through the project, and then somebody else does the demo. It could be just one person that does it, but I think it just depends on what works best for your team specifically. Because it'll be 2 judges sitting across from you, and then your team members, 1 to 5 team members, how many there are on the opposite side of the table, and then there will be a TV that you'll hook up your laptop to, so then they'll be able to see what you're presenting. So some people do slides, but I think from what I've seen, like the judges really are more focused and interested in the technology. So like what your code does, what your project is capable of doing. So if you're maybe worried about slides, like I wouldn't spend maybe too much time on the slides, and maybe more time just on the actual project, the code itself. Because then, I mean, I think if you're able to demonstrate, I guess it depends on how far along your project is. If you're able to demonstrate your project successfully from a website or something, then like that, I think that's good enough. If maybe your project is missing a few features or something, then maybe having some slides on what you see it being capable of doing, that might help too. But I think it's just case by case, depending on the team situation. But for me personally, I think that if you're able to just to do like an actual live demo on your website, then I think that's probably the best way. We do ask for, whenever you submit your project, like there is a media upload section to have like screenshots and stuff. So I mean, but that can be again taken from like your actual the website or the code itself.
Good, thank you.
I think I missed a few questions. Unless were the answer. After party usually ends at 6:30 on Sunday. Yeah, it's around 6:30-ish. I mean, there'll be like drinks and maybe some small snack items, but yeah, it'll be around 6:30. And of course, you don't have to stay the whole time. Yeah, people can come and go as they please. So but yeah, you're more than welcome to stay whenever, or until at least the venue kicks us out, which is usually, I think the latest maybe like 7 p.m. Yeah, thanks, Zach, for answering that question. Are projects made on any other layer 1 chain from Ethereum, like Filecoin, Gnosis, Mina, eligible to come finalists? Zach said yes, as long as they're an ETHGlobal sponsor partnering, offering a prize. So yeah, that was the question.
Yeah, even at ETHGlobal Lisbon, we had a finalist hack on Cartesi, and I think win 2nd or 3rd.
So Anna asks, what if our final project is a mobile app? Do we just do the demo using the video presentation? Yeah, if it's a mobile app, you can actually, I'm trying to think. I've seen a few people do mobile apps. So, I figured, I'm not sure how you would find a way to like just display it on the TV. I mean, I'm sure we'll have a lot of cables that you're able to hook it up to the TV. But you wouldn't, let me think.
I know for ETHGlobal San Francisco, y'all had so many cables and equipment that it was just really easy to just hook a phone to a screen.
Yeah.
So I imagine there wouldn't be any issue. Y'all are
Yeah.
always more prepared.
Yeah, because I've definitely seen a few mobile phone presentations.
Yeah.
I think it would more likely be there's tools on computers to kind of mirror your phone screen on your computer, and then your computer would be connected. I don't have like the tools off the top of my head, but I know there is tools for that people usually use for that.
Awesome. Yeah, Kevin, I was going to ask you to chime in too. I wasn't sure what cables we had or what was provided.
And do it with QuickTime as well if you're using iOS. You can actually mirror your phone straight away.
Yeah. Was that you, Alok?
Yeah, that's me. Hey.
Awesome. Hello. I just saw your response to Anna's question. So yeah, if it's iOS, and you can use QuickTime to mirror to your notebook and then display out. Hopefully that answers your question, Anna. And see, can we submit to as many partner prizes as we like, or is there a submission limit? No, you can submit to as many. So how you're going to do that? So when you're in your project, you have the media upload, then you'll fill out the tech stack, and then select prizes. So this not, I mean, the functionality is not open yet, but you'll be able to submit like top 10 finalists and partner prizes, or just partner prizes only. Top 10 finalists means that you're going to do the live judging from 9:30 to 12:30 on Sunday morning. And this is so you can have the opportunity, the chance to become a top 10 finalist and participate, present your project at the closing ceremony. And then when ETHGlobal, we have the top 10 finalists, we have our own like set of prizes that are, if you go back to previous like ETHGlobal Waterloo, if you look that up on YouTube or any of past events, you'll kind of get an idea of what to expect in terms of ETHGlobal finalist prizes. And then for partner prizes, yeah, so once this opens up, you'll be able to select the partner prizes you want to apply for. And so you can apply to as many as you want. And then within each of these, you'll be able to fill out exactly like, link your project to a specific line of code, and then the description of why you think your project qualifies for the particular partner's prizes. But yeah, there's no limit to how many you can apply for. I will say, I mean, some people, there could be a strategy behind it. If some people just focus on maybe one or two partner prizes, and then in the hopes of, it just makes it easier for them to kind of just hone in their project on those two, maybe one or two partners, versus trying to cover all the different partners with one single project. Because if you go to the prizes tab here, there are specific criteria, like whenever you're applying for partner prizes. So definitely just, click on these and see exactly what sort of criteria they have, if any. Some might not have any, but just keep that in mind. Like, just because you built on top of a partner's platform or something, and maybe it's a pool prize, but maybe you didn't necessarily meet the partner's criteria for winning a pool prize. So just keep that in mind whenever you're designing your projects. I think personally, I would think it's best to maybe just kind of focus on a handful of partner prizes instead of trying to do a lot of them. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, to answer your question, so like there is no limit. But yeah, there's any other questions or anything? And yeah, if not, I mean, definitely I'll do the email again here. You can always send an email to hello@ethglobal.com. I answer those emails. So if you have any questions about anything, like, let me know. I will be physically at the registration desk most of the weekend. So whenever you check in, I'll be there. And, just even Sunday morning, I'll be there as well if you have any issues with like submitting your project or anything like that. Yeah, we'll be monitoring that. And then the Discord, we will monitor the Discord channels as well. So yeah. Oh, one thing, sorry, last thing. we just hasn't been officially opened yet, but we have a Pragma Paris Discord channel as well that we haven't. This will be the first time we've done it. So it should open up later today. But again, if anybody that's attending Pragma and they want to keep talking, if you met somebody at Pragma, definitely you can try and find folks here or meet up with folks here afterwards. And so this will become, eventually rolls up into like all the different Pragma events that have happened, like one big channel. So this is something new that we're testing. And so we'll see how it goes, but that's another way for folks to kind of converse over Pragma. So yeah, I guess if there are no other questions, so thank you all for attending. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you're unsure of anything, definitely a lot of stuff can be found on the website. So, I would definitely, especially the schedule tab, just, everything is on here. Don't forget that the mentors tab that we have for folks to help you out from a technical perspective as well. If you're unsure about rules or judging or anything, check out the info center tab. And then the partners, prizes tab and the FAQs. And then, yeah, if you missed this, I'll just go over this again on your dashboard tab. If you click on, I agree to my Discord name being shared with other hackers, click find team members, and then you can, you'll see your details and what you want to filter by in terms of searching for hackers that want to join a team or teams that are looking for more members, and then reach out to those folks on Discord. And then if you wanted something a bit more, another option is the this team formation slide too, that I will send again in the link just in case. But yeah, that's it. So thank you all for attending, and hope you enjoyed the session. And yeah, if you have any feedback, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know what we can do better with these sessions. And I will see you all in Paris in, I guess, about a week. Yeah, so safe travels to everybody traveling, and good luck with